Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hello, traveler, and welcome to Choose Your Own Misadventure. Starring Katie Willert, Tom Reimann, Christian Ramirez, Katie Goldin, David Bell, and Jane Adams. Today's game is Legacy of Dragonholt. Let us begin. Let us begin. Enjoying the party. This is like a rule. The first act of this quest represents the Masquerade Ball, a lavish social event hosted by Lady Regina Fairfax for the villagers of Dragonholt and the nobles of Dragonholt, Rostam and Haverford countries to mingle without their identities or social standing interfering. Okay. During the first act, if playing with two or more heroes, which we are, the decisions you make do not exhaust your activation token. We recommend discussing your options and making decisions as a group. Have fun!
Oh, wait.
I feel that for the purposes of like reading and stuff, we should still probably
We should still pass it around, but we can
So there's an orgy after this thing, right?
There better be.
Yeah!
Yeah, part 2 is an orgy.
Yeah.
The whole thing's a key party, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, remember in the Jim Carrey The Grinch? I was watching a clip from it. There's a key party in it. This is a movie for children. They're like these adult Whovillians
They fuck.
who have
Whovians.
weird like upper lip things going on. They fuck.
Oh yeah.
They fuck each other. They are monogamous. They fuck.
An awning has been erected outside the manor's front door. Curtained off to transform the space into a foyer, whatever. A human woman in black and white wearing a black domino mask stands before the door. She bows to you as you arrive.
Tits out.
I was just going to say, a tit flops out of her.
Welcome, she says. The Countess requests that you please don your mask before you enter. She gestures to one side where a curtain hangs to provide some privacy. I mean,
Put a mask on?
I mean, I think the idea is so we're like...
But show up with the mask.
Yeah, it's like in our pocket. People don't know what the mask is. That's my guess.
Oh, okay.
Put your mask on and take your pants off.
Yeah.
That's why.
Mask on, pants down.
If you did not bring a mask, her ladyship has provided several for your use.
The waddle, the little like duck waddle.
Just Donald ducking it.
You step behind the curtain and find several white domino masks, similar to the servants, in a variety of sizes. All right, so we could... Oh, we don't have a spirit mask, huh? We don't have the dragon mask. These were things we could have had.
No.
All right. Yes, we can either use one of the provided masks or put on the crescent moon mask.
What's a moon mask?
Moon mask.
Special mask. I
Matt-
want to look like the fucking help.
Mark story point R7.
They're like, we won't know your status except anyone who isn't anyone will have like a Domino's mask on. And I'm assuming
just
like
a
it's a
pizza.
pizza box.
And then we're
Like
going to
a
read...
popsicle's cut out. It's like, yes, I'm a nobleman.
I am of high birth.
You adjust your mask and step through the door into the manor's grand hall.
What's the number of this entry, Dave?
1357. Lanterns have been strung from colored ropes above you, giving the space a brightness and light you've seldom seen even in daylight. Okay. Excited guests in masks of all shapes and sizes crowd the floor, already overflowing into the tables set aside for food and relaxation. Some of the staff are wearing swords at their hips and mail beneath their livery, ushering guests to and from various rooms of the house. The crowd is brightly colored and in constant motion, making it difficult to pick out individual figures, but you do spy a few you think you recognize. A gnome woman stands near the windows, chattering with a cluster of other guests. She wears a mask painted with blue swirling designs and a butterfly ornament set with a blue gemstone cleverly perched at her right temple. A dwarf man sits against a wall to your right, his mask sporting black and white checks and a gold trim. A small dwarf girl clings to his leg, her mask a ruff of feathers styled to look like an owl. Being real descriptive.
We know who those people are.
Yes. Standing just to your left is a tall orc woman with a plain black mask. Standing at her side is a gnome woman with a flamboyant mask, a curl of immense red and pink feathers fluttering well above her head.
Grab her and throw her out the window. Because we fucking know it's Miriam.
The orc laughs at something the gnome says, then glances in your direction and pauses. After a moment, she touches the gnome on the shoulder and crosses the floor to you in 3 long strides. You're here.
She gallops across
Are like,
like a stork.
Spider, yeah, spider legs.
excuse me. Also, I don't know if anyone here has seen the movie Marie Antoinette, but in my head, Hong Kong Garden by Susan
Nice.
the Banshees is just playing underneath this whole scene.
You're here, says the orc woman. I'm glad. I don't think we have anything to
Why are they
worry
saying
about.
the orc woman?
There are guards masked and mingled throughout the crowd, including some of the Belmonts and Cunninghams, and I'm always happy to have you to hand.
How did she know who we are? We're perfectly disguised.
She smiles at you, then glances down at the wavering feathers of her gnome companion appear as the wavering feathers of her gnome companion appear at her side.
is
You should try to
annoying me
enjoy
that-
the party, says the orc.
Yeah, just say who they
We're
are.
just
We know who
fucking-
they
we
are.
know
Yeah.
it's-
Leave protecting the guests to me and the other guards. Not before I get a dance out of you, says the gnome, leaning back
Ew.
and shoving her feathers aside with one hand in order to see the orc's face. A proper one.
A fucky one.
We have okay, I
We
like
gon'
this.
fuck in front of all these people.
We have
Don't
two.
fuck on the dance floor.
We have two.
I'm gonna crawl up
Options.
in that orc vagina.
I
Crawl
like
up in there.
our options.
Inside that orc vagina.
With a lantern. Forgot about that. Proper
Just
lantern
open with
and
one
a
arm.
flask of dragon.
Oh yeah.
It's all natural.
You ever seen a gnome disappear?
Right in there.
We have the options of either saying to the orc, "Thanks for letting me know," or saying "Good evening, Miriam." I assume we're not going to look in or recognize Miriam, right?
Yeah.
That would be. I know they're gonna get so mad if we do that because that was a big no-no that
To
Celeste
ignore
told
her?
us. It was
Yeah.
like we don't talk about that.
Yeah, so I guess thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks for
that's
letting us know,
89,
stranger.
87.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Person I've never met.
Very well, says the orc, offering her hand to her gnome partner. A dance. She turns to you and nods. Enjoy the party. I sure will. I'll have a gnome in my vagina. With that, she is dragged. She allows herself to be dragged out onto the floor, where a dozen masked guests move through the intricate
Guests.
steps of the formal dance.
Me dripping in finesse. I'm just trying to think of like what music is going to be playing. at this
Masquerade. You take a moment to help yourself to a beverage from a passing servant
Oh, yeah.
and consider what to do next. Read entry 1528.
Okay.
1528.
Can we grind with a stranger?
Yes?
I mean, that's
Why
what
did we
the
come here with
masks
the
are
masks for?
The crowd stills as a chime rings out. Silver on a glass coming from the balcony overlooking the grand hall. A tall, ethereal human woman in a resplendent green gown and a coated black and white dragon mask steps forward onto the balcony to address the guests. Welcome to the annual Three Lords Ball, she says in a voice that feels quiet, but nonetheless fills the hall. Tonight we celebrate the alliance of 3 noble houses, House Cunningham, and then the Cunninghams go, yeah! And here a group of men and women in mainly blue and gold cheer from where they cluster near the garden door. House Belmont and a air horn rings out. Another cheer, this from a group of people in red and white, close to the musicians. And of course, House Fairfax, crickets. Not a sound. And then someone screams out, boo!
And then as a request, golden years.
Our relationships remain unique in the barony, I believe, stretching back some 10 generations through the union of the three lords on the battlefield against the shambling undead hordes that threatened us all. By working together, we showed that we are stronger than the forces that would tear us apart. Excuse me. She raises her glass where the wine within sparkles in the lantern light. Tonight we celebrate that relationship and join together once more. Eat, dance, be merry. Together we will always be stronger than the darkness.
What?
We will be stronger than the darkness.
The darkness.
Then the darkness.
The dark.
Can it just
Then
can
the
that
band,
just,
The Darkness.
It just be the photo of him on the shirt, and then it says "Eat, drink, be merry." You'll be like, I have absolutely no idea what any of this means.
The crowd cheers, but the woman's glass drops from her fingers, falling over the edge of the balcony to shatter the floor.
Oh my god!
Far below, she staggers and begins to fall back before being caught at each elbow by a human man.
Was she
in
poisoned?
a black domino mask and a human woman in a mask, angled and stylized to resemble a knight's helm. For a moment, the crowd holds its breath, and then the woman in the dragon mask steps forward one more, now clutching the arms of her two supporters. If story point 06 is marked, read 1904. Otherwise...
06 is marked.
Oh, 1904.
Reminds me of when Satine falls off the swing in Moulin Rouge, and everybody's like,
Oh.
Satine, is it TB?
It is.
Spoilers.
Wait, it's...
Spoilers for Moulin Rouge.
Did I say 1904?
You did.
But it would be foolish to pretend that the darkness is not present. We mourn tonight.
Oh, wait, back up. Go to 1528
Wait.
again.
That's, 15. Doesn't seem right? 1904, story point 06. Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, she's like
It was weird.
now clutching the arms of her two supporters. So I guess she's like hanging in there and still talking.
Is she drunk?
I guess so.
I
Maybe.
think she's on fire.
Well, it would be foolish.
Yeah, it seems like
Foolish to remember. Excuse me. It's foolish
Nice.
to pretend that darkness is not present. We mourn tonight. Flies are silver and taken from us for their time.
I know the bit is funny, but we do need to hear
Yeah,
what's
I
happening.
do not understand anything you were saying currently.
Hang on, I'll start over.
You don't have to start over.
Pause.
I feel like we probably didn't miss a whole lot, but just like moving forward.
We mourn tonight the two lives of our own taken from us before their time.
Okay.
She gestures down to the
She's
hall
weak with
floor,
grief.
where a table sits to one side, occupied by no one. A pair of masks rests on the table.
Oh, symbolic.
One
Okay.
mask is flocked with pure white wool and styled to resemble a lamb. The other is elegant with fine patterns and an intricate wire butterfly.
Alarm!
A lamb
A
cut
lamb!
down in its prime.
A lonely crutch with no owner.
I see a crutch by the fireplace.
So I appreciate the lamb usage for the narrative, but that's like a wool lamb face just sitting on a table.
Right.
The visual
Yeah, that's
is
what
a little.
Brandon-
Like a purge mask.
See, my thought is that she is poisoned, and that this is going to be the time, since everybody's together, all the three houses, that Kyrick is going to try and murder all of the people
Probably.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's just
We're going to
That's my
let it
guess.
happen.
Each mask is surrounded by white roses and other cut flowers, with the occasional talisman or scrap of paper laid by mourners and guests. It reminds you of nothing so much as the Tree of Tales, a gathering of mementos to memorialize the fallen. Make no mistake, the darkness that claimed these young people is a threat to us all. If left unchecked, it will spread and throw us all into chaos.
Kyrick
The woman
descends
bows
from
her
the
head
ceiling.
and grips the hands of her supporters tightly. A moment of silence, please, for those we've lost.
Oh, jeez.
Here it
I'm
comes.
gonna pass it on.
Yeah, smoke
Sure.
bomb, and he just like kicks the door.
151.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Kyrick since he fucking dunked on us with that dead
Yeah, that
kid.
arrow.
right?
He had an arrow crossbow. I was gonna say arrow gun. Crossbow is the
Arrow
correct
gun
term.
is true.
It's the true
It is an arrow
fitting.
But
gun.
there's an actual word for that, and I need to be correct.
Okay. Silence settles over the assemblage like a snowfall. Heads bow and stillness reigns. Then the woman in the dragon mask lifts her head and speaks again, her voice stronger, brighter. And now, it is time to celebrate. We celebrate the lives lost and those yet living. We are the light against the darkness. Make merry, my friends, and let your light shine. Thank you. The crowd cheers, the minstrels strike up a tune, and the hall is once again awash in merriment and fellowship. If story point G5 is marked, is it? Is it?
though?
It's not.
No, of course not.
So we move on to...
About to go talk to Miriam again.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like a fun party.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Sounds
have
like
a
a-
good time,
It
guys.
sounds like a real
I
fucking
know my
bummer.
kids are dead, but
I'm dying of elf cancer, and my kids are dead.
Don't
But
let my
drink
dead...
the drinks and eat the pigs in a
Yeah,
blanket.
have a real good time, you guys.
Don't let my stupid dead kids harsh your buzz.
Yeah, don't let it hurt.
Don't these two masks on the middle of a table in the middle of the thing.
An empty table. Okay. With no immediate demands on your attention, you take a moment to watch the crowd and survey the room. With the speeches out of the way, the guests are spreading throughout the manor. The minstrels, perched on the spiral stair overlooking the west side of the hall, are dashing out a lively tune on lute, pipes, tabor, and harp. About a dozen couples whirl and prance in a complicated quadrille. Is that right?
Yeah.
On the dance floor, forming and reforming into ever-evolving patterns as they move. Many guests are clustered by the banquet table at the head of the hall. That's where I would be.
Yep.
Just
Eat some pigs in a blanket.
lurking over the chips.
Crudité.
Chips.
So much
Yep.
ranch dressing.
Helping themselves to platters of food and settling in at nearby tables to eat. It's an unusual arrangement, but probably the only way to feed the large number of guests present in the space available. You note two humans, a man and woman in stag and doe masks, talking in low tones near the table, watching the rest of the crowd.
To something.
They fucking scheming.
Shenanigans.
The woman in the dragon mask remains on the balcony overlooking the hall, where she is now surrounded by guests who you take to be other nobles. A tall human man with a half mask of blue and gold checks is leaning over the edge of the balcony, scratching a small jeweled drake under its scaly chin, while the creature coos in contentment. Check that dude's got a fucking dragon! It's a dude that brings an iguana to the party. Could be interesting.
Ted,
It's
no one
lizard
asked
time.
for this.
A stout human man with a bushy red beard.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
That
fucking
fucking
Leon.
guy.
Yeah. And wearing a mask of red silk with a white rose at one temple, leans in closely to the woman in the black and white dragon mask, talking less privately than he seems to think. Boy, the rest of these people are real losers. The doors to the garden are open, and you can see lanterns dotting the greenery. Several guests have already fled the noise and bustle of the main hall to walk in the garden alone or in pairs.
To go fuck in the bushes.
Get some handies. Where the pool...
Dry humping in the bushes.
Yes. Where the pools of shadow and many twists and turns of the path provide privacy.
yeah.
At least one couple is... There's a fucking glory hole in that garden. At least one couple is walking hand in hand, clearly out for a romantic evening stroll. We got some choices. Find yourself a dance partner. Mingle near the banquet table and try the food. Overhear that doe and stag.
Yeah.
Approach the dragon woman and her entourage. Probably get bounced.
Yeah.
Venture out to the garden. What do we should?
I guess
I mean,
solve the
we could start with
mystery.
food. Well, those people
Yeah.
are talking, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
let's,
get food.
Let's go get some food.
yeah, let's
Or maybe
let's-
go for a walk,
let's,
let
like,
it settle.
Yeah.
We will
Get
eat
your
first,
job,
we
come
will
back.
drink second, and then we will be merry.
I
Right.
feel like we should.
We're doing everything they asked us.
Yeah, I feel like we should do what the author clearly wants us to do, or we'll be punished with more reading.
We're just sitting in the middle of the party with some like
Would you like
racist
to
book.
Yeah.
Have you seem like you've had enough to drink. Do you want to go read a book?
You want to
honey?
read the Fountainhead now?
I got some stuff you should read. Like we're just trying to get other people in the party to read our stupid alt-right literature. There you go. 5335.
53:35.
Yep. In the year
The smell from the banquet table takes hold of you and drags you closer. Steam rises from a heavy earthenware dish decorated with ram's horns where joints of mutton, falling off the bone, lie on a bed of roasted tubers and shallots. Ducks stuffed with spices lie at either end of the table, roasted to a rich golden brown. She's really into food. The sides of the table...
She's George
Yes,
R. R.
she
Martining
is.
it.
The sides of the table are piled high with crisp apples and wheels
Yeah.
of white cheese, bowls of deep purple plums, jars of pickled cabbage and onions, dishes of roasted vegetables of every description. Okay.
Oh, you're just gonna
I'm not going to tell you what they are.
you know,
I'm not going to do the
some
work.
fucking vegetables.
You know what carrots look like.
Guessing there's
Parsnips,
eggplants.
I don't give a damn.
Anyway, baskets of bread and urns of creamy butter and sweet jams are crammed into what little table space remains.
So jams are cram jams.
Cram jams.
I'm
Whoa,
sorry.
Black Betty.
I'm sorry, urns?
Ramba-lamba.
Urns of butter.
Urns of butter?
Yeah, let's just get that dust out of it and put some butter in
Hey,
there.
could you pass that dead boy full of butter?
Buffet table, cramp jam.
Want a spread of butter and dead boy on my biscuit.
Whoa, dead grandpa. Add some butter.
A table to one side holds a collection of pastries and cakes, as well as a small side dish of candied nuts and fruits.
Yeah!
Black mask staff flit in and out of the kitchen, frantically replacing food as fast as the guests consume it. As you help yourself to your favorite dishes, you notice several other guests loitering near the banquet table. A small group is centered around a tall human man with a stag mask and a human woman with her mask styled to resemble a doe. At the other end of the table, a human man in a plain black mask is spinning a yarn of valiant chivalry to an audience that seems half amused and half annoyed. Just to your left, a gnome woman whose mask sports an almost dangerously long plume of red feathers carefully loads food onto her plate.
Miriam,
That's
right?
Miriam.
Yeah, of course she is.
We can mingle with the stag and doe masked
Yeah.
humans.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Do that one.
Yep. 55, 51.
We've listened to too many old men tell rambling stories that don't.
Yeah, I wanna just peek my ear in on these conspirators.
As we grab some ranch dressing and celery.
It's like crunching your mouth. What are you talking about?
You grab only a few morsels of your favorite from the banquet table before wandering over to the group of guests nearby. No truffles this year, says the man in the stag mask.
They were just talking about food?
Ah.
Yep.
God
Right.
damn it.
It's a miracle there were any last year. Last year, dear, says the woman in the doe mask. They don't come to... Oh, I
Doe,
bet-
a deer?
yeah, a female deer.
That's my bad.
They don't come into season until fall, and Swindon gets such a good price for them in Highcrest, there's rarely any left by high summer. Truffles or no truffles, says a gnome with a blue mask adorned with a butterfly at her right temple. Sapphire.
We played
Okay.
a bum hunch.
Regina's cook
No,
knows
maybe they're
her
talking
trade.
about tariffs, right?
A high praise is coming from you, says the stag. A slender human woman in plain wooden mask, painted with wildflowers, laughs, one hand fluttering up to her mouth. Oh goodness, I've never heard you say that the same about my mother's cooking. Well, I have no idea what any of you are talking.
Really fucking do.
I have no idea what any of you are talking about, says the gnome with the blue mask.
Of course you
she
don't.
winks in your direction. Fucking Sapphire.
God damn it. I wanted to hear about murders, not like fuck.
Just talked about
Oh, there's no
fucking
truffles. this year. No, were they last year?
Author.
Like,
This
I
is
feel
gonna end with
very
like
li-
you leave the masquerade having
Yeah.
a great night. The end.
Yeah, I
like,
feel like
nothing will happen.
Very little of the story has advanced in a meaningful way.
Like
Yeah.
one paragraph at the very end. Oh, and Kyrick died.
Yeah.
I would love if it's just us going back to the swan and like you tuck yourself in and close your eyes for a long night's sleep. Like literally that's
In
it.
the morning, you have to
end.
use the bathroom because that is typically what you have to do in the morning.
I am just a passing stranger in a mask, not a local innkeeper.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Jesus
you.
Christ.
All right, there's a choice here, so...
The choice is to kill everybody because I am
Okay.
tired of this.
Here's our choice. Direct the conversation towards the Harvest Feast rivalry. steer the topic towards the Fairfax family history or inquire about the Belmonts and the Cunninghams. One of these is the right answer. We probably
Fairfax
will
family
not
history,
pick
right?
it.
Yeah, because
Right?
they're like the...
Because it's
Because
there.
that's Uncle Kyrick.
That's Uncle
Okay.
Kyrick in it.
So
Yeah.
4,600. Maybe
Please.
his ears will be burning. And then-
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
it comes out like a hatch in the ground.
At
You
first we were
rang.
like, it's fun because like at first we were like, oh, we're not gonna do your stupid plot, and now we're like desperately trying to
Trying
do
to
the plot.
find
And
the
it's
plot,
like,
yeah.
it's like, would you like to hear more about truffles?
The gnome woman with the butterfly mask leaned forward with the conspiratorial tone. It was before my time, of course, but I heard that her ladyship got her position in a bit of a scandal. I was only a girl, says the woman with flowers on her mask. We were all surprised when Lord Holland set his son aside and named Regina his heir, especially because most of us had no idea she even existed. Oh, poor Regina.
Oh.
Lord Holland did the right thing, says the man in the stag mask. Kyrick's response to the dragon threatening the county was to hide, and tell us all to hide, too. He cocks his head, looking up and past you at nothing.
That's like a really
Like a
good
cat.
idea with a dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty reasonable.
We tried to fight a dragon at fucking wrecked
Right.
us.
As seasoned dragon fighters, hide from the dragon.
Right, like the dragons like typically don't attack unless you're like antagonizing them. So like hide from them. They'll be like, "Excuse me, I'm just gonna pass through." You know.
So Kyrick made a reasonable decision,
Right.
and then he had his birthright taken away.
Right.
I mean, I'm kind of starting to side with Kyrick.
Yeah.
I'm glad that
Child
kid
murder
died.
aside.
Glad he killed the
Besides
boy.
2 dead kids.
I really do love this. He cocks his head looking up and past you at nothing. It is a very much a cat
Yeah,
move
it
of,
just-
like
yeah.
just a cat looking
at a ghost.
the ghost behind you. Okay. I thought about taking a shot at the beast myself. I was young and stupid then, and that sounded like just the sort of challenge for me. I remember, said the dumbass woman, I had to talk you out of it. You fucking
I
moron.
thought you said
Oh,
dumbass
that's-
woman for a second.
Domasked.
That
Domasked. D-O-E. I have an M-A-S.
These are the
K-E-D.
Chatty Archer swinging
Dumbass.
couple, aren't they?
They might be.
Masked people.
I think so, yeah.
Really? We ran back into. God damn.
I know, we can't. We just same people.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like 13 people in this.
Yeah.
You're too harsh on Kyrick. None of us had the magic or the skill to hunt a dragon. Hiding until help could come from the Baron wasn't a coward's decision. But then, says the man with the stag mask, shaking his head in wonder, Regina, she walked out of the forest and unleashed her magic, and that was that. Eventide was with her, and the dragon never stood a chance. Is Regina a powerful sorceress then? Asked the gnome. All this information would have been so much more helpful.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just now like, wait, Regina's magic?
Right, but
Yeah.
also, like, there was no chance for us to ever kill the dragon ever, because none of us have the magic.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never seen her do any magic, says the woman with the flower mask. I thought that was just a story. Well, then how do you think she saved us from the dragon? Asked the stag mask man. I just thought she tricked it into following her into the trees where it couldn't fly, and then the woman mimes a knife across her own throat.
Oh, just like that, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just lure the dragon
easy.
into the
That's
forest
a
and
very
slit his throat.
detailed assumption.
Yeah.
Wow. Says the gnome, nodding her head. No magic. Literally, that is the
No magic?
no magic.
No magic is
as
bushwhacking a
she's
dragon?
nodding.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Okay, mark story point Y3. Read entry Y3.
Oh, it's already marked.
Oh.
Oh, weird.
Okay. Well,
We
so we-
accomplished nothing.
sounds about right. Read entry 1118.
So Regina just waltzed out of the forest and killed a dragon. Well, we don't know what she did with the dragon.
She definitely killed it. We're not sure how.
Yeah.
You pause a moment to collect yourself and get a drink of water from a passing servant in a black mask. Revelers surround you, and the masquerade shows no signs of slowing down. Time passes. If 5 or more time has passed,
Maybe
Nope, just one.
Regina's like dragons.
Just one.
And faking dragons attack. She's like a dragon. She's like, oh, I'm going to attack you. And it's like, well, and then turns
Yeah.
back into humans. Like, oh, I'm going to stop you. And turns back into a dragon. And like, oh no, I'm scared of you. And then turns back into humans. Like, see, this is why I should be the president.
I thought these were all time, and I was like, this is the
So it was a
longest
false
party
flag
ever.
Yeah,
operation.
false flag, and then,
It's
so
progress
that's
towards
why-
peace and progress towards war.
And she's also the boy, so
Right.
Kyric's just killing nobody, and Kyric's like the good guy, and then like he's like, I'm gonna stop this dragon the only way I know how. Through
I'm
boy
kind of starting
killing.
to suspect that she might actually be up to a lot of things.
Yeah, like she seems like a bad lady, and like she's like, oh no, I'm dying, and then the dragon reappears, and then she's like, pretends to be a dragon, then pretends to be one of the kids. It's like blah blah.
So now we're gonna read entry 1147.
Great. From your position on the edge of the Great Hall, you have a good view of the proceedings. Dancers in colorful costumes take up most of the floor. More guests cluster along a long table by the kitchen laden with food. On a balcony overlooking the hall, a woman in a dragon mask entertains guests in fine clothing. A cool breeze...
She's wearing dragon masks, so she's a dragon.
It's a false flagon, for sure.
False flagon attack.
Yeah.
No.
A cool breeze and the
False
scent of
flag.
flowers wafts in from the open
Cool
doors
breeze.
near the back of the hall leading to the manor gardens. We can find ourselves a dance partner, mingle near the banquet table to try the food, approach the dragon woman and her entourage, or venture out into the garden.
Dragon woman now, right?
I sort of want to venture into the garden, but we could also approach the dragon woman.
I want to catch some people.
Okay, let's go to the garden.
Okay.
Let's go get grass stains on our
Entry
clothes.
4063.
I just ate.
Just have like handfuls of food and we're just like walking out to the garden.
Ugh.
Who wants to see this dick?
It'll be romantic, I promise,
Full of
babe.
hors d'oeuvres, just
Oh my god.
The garden is cool and dark with only a small handful of lanterns glimmering softly to light the path.
Aw.
A gentle breeze stirs the leaves and washes across your skin, bringing with it the sweet scent of flowers.
Uh,
The dark silhouette of a large oak tree stands in the center of the garden.
Just someone's humping the shed. Just a silhouette of just somebody slowly humping the oak tree.
The moon silvery behind it. It towers above the hedges that mark off its space. On the right, along the manor wall and near the door to the kitchen, is a vegetable garden, pragmatic but not precisely beautiful. That's very judgmental.
Why
Yeah.
do you need to like? It's a fucking job. Yeah, I don't.
To your left, behind another hedge, you can hear the tinkling of a running brook feeding a pond.
That
Directly,
was going in a different direction.
I thought so
Someone's
too. I was
peeing on
excited.
someone's face. Just
just doing some good old piss play in the garden.
and we're just walking around like, oh.
Directly in front of you, an arched trellis climbs with flowering vines. Behind it lies a rambling footpath marked with occasional stone lanterns, benches screened by tall shrubs, and flowers blooming in the moonlight. We can make our way to the oak tree, follow the sound of water to the pond, pass under the flower trellis, or go to the vegetable garden.
Adventure.
Okay, so which one?
Which
is that
one?
name?
Fuck.
I don't know, man.
go to the water.
Go to the water.
Water? Sure.
Where we'll find some people who thought it was a good idea to fuck in water, but then are regretting it, but
Yeah.
feel like they got to stick it out because they made the decision to do it.
Yeah, halfway through it occurs to them that that's an infection waiting to
Yeah,
happen.
but
Right.
it's still
Yeah.
it's like a kind of moving water, but mostly a still pond.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna
Okay,
get some
that's
algae.
entry 6771.
Oh, you're just gonna tear instantly in that water.
Yeah, no, all natural lubrication gone. Why don't we have dragon's blood, guys? Why don't we
We should
do
get
it?
the dragon's blood.
Damn it.
It's water. It's not water soluble
Sorry,
or
what number?
whatever.
6771.
6771. 6771. Following the sound of babbling water, you soon find an artfully arranged pond fed by a small splashing rill and spanned by an arched wooden footbridge. A dwarf man with a mask of black and white checks sits by the water's edge,
So sadly jerking off.
laughing as a young dwarf girl whose mask
no.
resembles a snowy owl.
Sorry, guys.
Rushes back and forth across the bridge. Her feet thump and rattle like drums with each trip across the wooden planks.
Wait, what are they doing?
Her feet thump and rattle
No, but
like
what is she
drums
doing?
with each trip across the wooden planks.
So
that
she's
one
just
more
running back and forth.
Her feet, she's running back and forth while this dwarf jerks off.
Okay.
Oh no!
All right,
So
we
it's
can.
a foot thing. He's
I
like
don't
he's
wanna
watching her
see
run and
this.
jerking off to it. Okay.
Whoa, this is.
I'd turn around abruptly.
Oh no.
Hold on, this is some interesting options. We can either gather sticks to race under the bridge. Not sure what that means. We
Isn't
can.
that just poo
Oh, we
sticks?
put sticks in the water and see which ones go faster. So we'd be playing with the kid. I'm
God,
Like in
fucking
Winnie the
damn it.
Pooh.
Okay, we can sit by ourselves and watch, or we can sit by the dwarf man for a romantic chat.
I mean,
Do you want to get fucked by this dwarf
It's
guy?
the-
Get
Baker,
fucked by
right?
this
In
dwarf.
front of a child, apparently.
Should we try to hit on this
I'm
dwarf?
playing with sticks.
Yeah.
What is that?
Sure.
over
Oh
there?
wait, hold on. Requires story point D2. Do we have that? Please say we have that.
Please,
Can we just
please.
pretend
Oh, we don't.
God damn
So we gonna fuck this dwarf man this whole time?
Well,
we
maybe if we
can't.
play with the sticks with the kid, then we'll garner some goodwill and
Yeah, maybe
Cross
Good enough
off
for
that
me.
story point.
39.64.
39.64. If we play with this kid, his turtle head will poke out.
Yeah.
And then we can fall on that dick!
Oh no! Oh no, Tom!
You find a few sticks under the nearest hedge and bring them up onto the bridge. The dwarf girl comes to a halt, watching you as you drop a stick into the water and watch the current carry it under the bridge. Oh, she says, let's race them. You offer her a stick, and she giggles, climbing up the bridge railing to see the water clearly. The moon shines in the blackness of the water, and with another laugh, the girl drops her stick right into its silver face.
Could have been playing with a much more fun stick, but whatever.
You drop your own stick, and then both of you rush to the other side of the bridge. Mine will win, says the dwarf girl. I choose a
she's
fast one.
insufferable.
Shove her in.
Yeah,
In
throw
short
her in
order.
like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Kill more
And then
kids.
fuck the no.
Fuck the dwarf, yeah.
The
In
dwarf
sh-
is impressed
Like
by
Frankenstein.
child murder.
In short order, the two sticks emerge from under the bridge, spinning gently in the lazy current. There, says the girl in the snowy owl mask. That one is mine, and I won. She looks up at you and smiles again. You rush back to the other side of the bridge, feet rattling on the wooden boards, and select two more sticks. We are, man. And mind you, I'm thinking of myself as Tommy Lee Gnomes right now, so
Yeah.
They're trying hard.
after a couple more races, the dwarf girl begs her father to return to the dance floor with
Aw,
her.
man.
And the two of them take their leave with polite nods. So we tried to score, and instead the girl was like, I hate this. I need to
I want to
go.
go back inside.
Read entry 1118.
Man.
Well, it's back inside.
We
God
don't get
damn
to
it.
do anything.
Is this just back to...
Making the decision.
Nothing else
again.
happens?
So I guess.
No time passes or anything?
No. Well, this says 1118 says, you pause a moment to collect yourself, get a drink of water from a passing servant in a black mask, revelers around you,
Oh,
and
and then
masquerade
time
shows no signs of
passes.
slowing down. Time passes. Has 5 or more time passed?
No,
Nope.
only two.
Otherwise, we read 1147.
So now we talk to the dragon lady, right?
Okay, we're back to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Approach the dragon woman and her entourage.
Right, because what were the other options? There was the food, which we did. There was the outside
Find yourself a
gardens, which we
dance
did.
partner.
Oh.
gotta say
We
this
did
is,
mingle at the banquet table and venture out to the garden. So
pretty lame parties.
it is.
I mean, there were more garden options. We may have picked the wrong garden option for fucking.
That's true.
That's a fair.
All right, do we want to
that's
go
a fair
back to the
statement.
garden, approach the dragon woman, or dance?
I mean,
Dragon?
Dragon Woman.
Dragon
Yeah, I
Lady,
just
we
feel
haven't-
like we've done the thing where
Woman.
we try to do everything but the thing, and then we end up
Yeah.
like getting on a path where we can't get back to the thing that we know is the thing that's gonna
Right.
push the story forward.
Mm.
At this point,
2247. Look it down to
2247.
people too, yeah.
All right, 2247. A group of nobles on the balcony sprawls down the staircase, sorting themselves higher or lower on the stair, presumably based on rank. At the head of the stair stands the woman with the black and white dragon mask. Leaning over the balcony rail at her side is a tall human man in a mask with blue and gold checks. A chirping drake flutters its leathery wings while perched on his hand. A step below the woman in the dragon mask is a stout human man with a mask of red silk and white rose at his temple. His bushy red beard burns brightly against the black of his velvet tunic. Below the man in the red mask stands a slender elf woman with a crescent moon mask, in conversation with a brown-skinned human woman whose mask resembles a knight's helm with a crown of black feathers. Still more well-to-do party-goers spill down the steps, some climbing up or down in their pursuit of food, dancing, or gossip. Some of the guests linger by the table covered in flowers long enough to lay one of their own upon it, or just to touch the mask in the center and bow their heads for a silent moment. Then they move on. All right, we can join the conversation on the stairs. Linger nearby and eavesdrop on the balcony. Approach the table surrounded by flowers.
Eavesdrop? Yeah.
I'll hand this off.
Tom was like, yeah.
We're gonna spot people.
Yeah.
Eavesdrop.
Because I can just imagine us coming up to that conversation and them just like,
Them just shaking their heads.
and then we blew our cover. Now we gotta go.
Yeah, just trying to be inconspicuous, like leaning in. ...
quote, another 2 families last month, and I'll lose a half dozen more when harvest is over, complains the human man with a bushy red beard. They're all moving to your lands. I'll have farms going fallow. And who will replace their taxes in my coffers?
Oh, the rich are upset.
They're not
They're always
serfs, my lord, says the woman with the dragon mask. If they are leaving your lands for mine, that is their choice. Perhaps you should spend more time thinking of ways to encourage them to stay and less time blaming me for your problems.
Shit.
Damn.
I like this bitch. She's very direct.
Take responsibility for yourself.
that's Regina.
That's Regina, and she's talking to Leon
Yeah.
Cunningham, or what was he?
Belmont?
Belmont. He's
Right.
Belmont. Okay.
Okay. The human man with the drake coiled around his arm chirps. Wait,
He chirps.
he chirps.
The human
the
man chirps.
He
Drake
goes,
chirps.
"Paka!"
It's a signal.
And the drake suddenly flutters out into the air above the dancers below.
Okay, so he's talking to it like it's a cat.
Right.
He's a key baby.
Beep. And then the drake goes down to shit on people.
Nice.
Dragons Holt. Prosperity can help all of us, he says. Oh, so you were listening all along, grumbles the bearded man in the red mask. I was. Your mistake is seeing Dragon Holt as competition rather than finding ways to benefit. In my country, I've shifted the market day to the middle of the week. That way, merchants don't have to choose between 2 markets, but can visit them both.
Smart.
And some of those rich travelers who are flocking to the Countess Fairfax's streets are passing through my lands on their way home. We win both that way. He shrugs as his drake returns to coil around his arm again, cheep, cheep, proffering up a small morsel of something in his free hand for the creature to eat. It flares its iridescent ruff of scales and coos, darting in at the food like a striking serpent. Well, we can't very well both shift our market day, or we're right back to the same problem, aren't we? Grumbles the man with the beard. He turns to the woman with the dragon mask and points one thick finger. You need to bar my peasants for settling on your land. I'll do nothing of the sort, my lord, she says with a flick of her fingers. Our families have been intertwined for generations, and as have theirs. You'll have me sunder brother from sister, grandparents from their grandchildren. Leave off, Leon, says the tall man with the drake. Tonight isn't the time for this discussion.
Oh,
The man with the bushy beard huffs, takes a drink of wine, and fumes. Over the balcony, you move on. Read entry 1118.
Oh, we're back to the fucking.
Are we getting anywhere?
Time is passing every time we get back to 111.
Right, that's true. We're just okay. We're mingling. We're getting intel, and then something's gonna go down.
Well, so how about we go back to the group and actually talk instead of just
1118. Oh, 111.
We could, yeah.
So you want to engage in the conversation on the stairs?
Well, because what I'm thinking is
Hashtag join the conversation.
We've already gotten the information we would need. We
Is
don't we
5 or
can't
more
ruin
time
it for
passed
ourselves.
No.
Okay, 1147. I'm not gonna read that. That's we're just sitting and there's people around and you know. So
Okay, so do we want to go? We want to go back to the entourage, or do we want to go find a dance partner?
I mean, maybe dance. Maybe let's dance.
Okay.
let's get it on with the dwarf.
Yeah.
Let's fuck a dwarf.
Fuck the dwarf. Fuck the dwarf.
Put on your red shoes.
Thanks, you guys. I'm trying out that new voice for just speaking always.
The cooing reminded me. Charlie.
As you approach the dance floor, the music changes. And a new dance begins.
You can do it, put your back into
It's
it.
a hump dance.
A contradanza where rows of couples exchange partners in ever more complicated flurries of movement. The human woman with the night mask is in the center of it, dancing with gusto down the row of celebrants arm in arm with a human man in a long-nosed grotesque mask before handing him off to take the arm of a human woman with a mask like a fox. Off to one side, the tall orc woman with the black mask dances rather carefully with the gnome and her flamboyant plumage.
Celebrate.
The orc dances stiffly, formally, while the gnome spins and flourishes before her.
Hey, Macarena.
I do actually know these court dances. Oh, wait, sorry. I do actually know these court dances, says the orc. I could lead you through one if you want. It's not that hard. But then I'd have to dance with other people.
Playing.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
says the gnome.
I gotta dance with you, and this way I get to show you what gnomish dances are all about.
She cocks her hips, raises her arms above her head, and shimmies side to side until her partner begins to laugh. Ano-
Can you imagine this little dwarf doing like the hammer slide?
Yeah, did the hammer dance? Ooh.
That hurt my chest. Don't shimmy. It's a bad idea.
Another gnome in a blue mask with a sapphire butterfly ornament stands nearby, laughing and clapping at the couple's antics. Yeah! Yeah! Fucking shimmy!
Shimmy, darling, shimmy. Shimmy for auntie.
She glances your way and smiles and returns her attention to the dancing. At the other edge of the dance floor, near the garden, 2 dwarves are dancing. An older man with a black and white checked mask with gold trim, and a young girl with a feathered mask styled to resemble an owl. They don't seem to be moving with the music, but they don't seem to have noticed this fact with all the jumping and shrieking the young girl is doing.
Aw.
Yeah, it's the baker again.
Yeah.
And the stick. The girl with the stick.
Wait, is this the guy we're trying to fuck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can ask the gnome woman with the blue mask for a dance. We can approach the 2 dwarves on the dance floor. Or we can join the large group in the elaborate dance.
Wait, which one's the baker?
The baker's the 2
The
dwarves.
gnomes. Yeah, the
Wait,
dwarf.
so how does it work when we romance or dance with a dwarf? Like,
It's
are
all
we
of us. It's like Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion.
package deal.
Where we do some sort of choreographed dance number.
Yeah, we could join the big dance where we would get traded between partners.
I
Might
think
hear some more gossip.
that's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
the best
People are
plot.
talking mad shit at this party, so
Yeah, and we've already known that dwarf's a dry well. We're not going to get anywhere with that.
nothing a little dragon's blood can
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh boy.
You step up to the edge of the contradanza line and wait for the dance to bring you a partner, which it soon does in the form of an elf woman whose mask is in the shape of a crescent moon. That's probably Celise, right?
Oh, we match.
A burst, yeah, we sure do. A burst of emerald plumage rises from her left temple, and she moves with expert precision through the complex forms of the dance. If story point R7 is marked, we get something. Let's see. It is!
Nice.
We did something right, you guys. Possibly. It's probably going to be some boring
I'm
ass.
really nervous because it's progress towards peace and progress towards war are the 2 other time markers, and I'm like, we're gonna fuck this up
Yeah,
somehow.
we're going to
I just
plunge
know.
this nation into
directly
war.
into war.
I mean, do you
And then
not
leave.
Do you not want that to happen?
Right.
I want to try and do something right for this town instead of just kill its beloved.
I mean, I respectfully disagree.
The problem is this town has given us not a single character that I want
Right,
to
to
see.
live.
Yeah, live.
Braxton.
Braxton's okay.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Braxton. I see you're wearing the mask I gave you, says the elf woman. It looks well on you, although it could do with a flash of color, don't you think? She grins and gestures at the spray of emerald plumage that
You
bursts
didn't
from
give
her.
us
Yeah.
that, you fucking bitch.
You gave us the fucking floor model, all right? You didn't give us any accessories. Then her voice shifts down an octave and she leans in closer. I don't like this masquerade business. I have a hard enough time telling humans apart, and now with everyone's face hidden, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to spot Kyrick or any of his cronies in this crowd.
Oh, shit, idiot.
She sighs. I'm probably just being paranoid. The dance spins on, and
No,
it is
you're
nearly...
not. He actively wants
Murder.
to murder.
He's fucking here.
Him and his people are
Yeah,
here.
yeah, and his stickmen.
Like-
They're here to kill people.
But also, we've managed to have been gone from this storyline for like 2 months and still could figure out who each of the people were in the mask
that's true,
on
yeah.
our first
Right.
try. So
Like,
she's
Kyrick is
not
here
paying
to
attention.
kill more children. He just killed a child, and everyone's in masks, and it's crowded, and there's no guards around. I'm probably being paranoid.
Yeah, and he's not going to be subtle. Like,
No.
we're going to be like, you spot a man in
gonna,
all
like-
black wearing a skull mask. That's
Got a
him.
skull mask with a shirt that says "Kill the boy."
his arms are made of crossbows.
The dance spins on. It is nearly time to hand the elf woman off to her next partner when she leans in for one last murmured exchange. I nearly forgot. Gawain, the stable master, he's left. Packed his things and vanished earlier tonight.
Shit.
So keep your eyes open. He probably fucking killed
Yeah,
Sophie.
Yeah.
because he was the one that took the ride out.
Yeah.
Riding with, okay.
With that, she's gone and you're passed on to your next partner. If story point 06 is marked, which
think it
it is,
Yeah.
we get to go to another thing.
Wow, we're making progress, guys.
Yay.
Getting some sweet
Learning
intel.
stuff.
So the answer, yeah, the answer was go dance.
Yeah.
That was the answer all along.
All right. You are next handed to a human woman wearing a mask that resembles a knight's helm with a crown of black feathers.
Oh, this lady.
Yeah. She gives a stiff bow, incongruous with her ruffled black ball gown.
Is this the daughter that
Is
hates
this
us?
Rochelle? Yeah, I think.
I'm not sure. Yes, yeah, it is. She and steps
Hey,
almost mechanically into the dance.
dicks.
Yeah. Hey, you fucking piece of shit. An uncomfortable silence grows between you before she breaks it in a flood. I'm sorry, I'm not much of a conversationalist tonight, she says. I keep thinking of my sister and my brother. They died recently.
That's who you are. Great, thanks.
Yeah, the dance turns her in a
Just
circle.
imagine Kevin Costner like sweating profusely as soon as he realizes it's Rochelle.
Don't need it. Well, he's be sweating profusely anyway.
Keep it together,
Oh yes, the death of your siblings that I had nothing to do with.
Come on, Costner.
An eyebrow just slides down his face.
Also, Michelle's not too bright because there's all 6 of us standing
Yeah.
behind Kevin Costner
Wearing these masks,
in a mask.
the same
I'm
mask.
sorry, I don't know
We
if
have,
you
like,
know,
a
but my
giant-
brother's dead.
We have a
Yeah,
giant
we know.
cloak and like 6 hands pop out.
We're 6
And
people
then
in a trench
there's
coat.
this huge stinky cat tail.
We're little rascaling the
swishing.
shit out of this. The dance turns her in a circle, and she glances over toward the table adorned with masks and flowers. You offer your condolences as she returns, and she stiffens. I don't want condolences. I want my family back.
Okay, well,
Give me back my family.
do you have a time machine?
Yeah, we can certainly use it
We'll
for
try.
you. Then she sighs. My apologies. You didn't deserve that. In truth,
Yeah,
I'm...
we
You kind of did, yeah.
Certainly did.
But we're at the masquerade!
Kevin Costner sweats more.
The mask has now made its way half. It's like in Mrs.
coming
Doubtfire when he gives the high neck and it's half down.
Just like an eye, like attachable eyelash flutters down.
In truth...
Kevin Costner's wearing false eyelashes.
Yeah, in this scenario, Kevin Costner has alopecia. In truth, I'm angry at someone else. At the adventurers who are supposed to keep my brother safe.
Oh shit!
Really?
Again, we're clearly them. There's a giant cat behind us.
You keep hearing like this heavy purring, like
I know you're all just unblinking, like staring at her.
Or she's like very clearly aware that it's us and she's fucking with us.
Being so
I think
so
she is,
passive
yeah.
aggressive.
Before you can respond, the woman in the night mask hands you off to the next dancer in line. We do not have story point G5 marked off, so we're going to a different one.
So we're is this like each person we're dancing with, we're wrapping it up with each like person we
guess.
wronged?
Yeah, it's like I still hate those people.
Yeah.
I will never forgive
Oh
them.
shit.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. See ya. Your next partner is a tall, broad-shouldered human man with his face concealed behind a mask style to look like a black dragon. He dances smoothly with great ease and skill.
It's Kyrick.
This is fucking Kyrick.
He's just.
Yeah, he's doing it. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I'd sure like to kill another boy tonight.
In my head, he looks like the guy in Ever After that Angelica Houston sells Drew Barrymore to.
Excellent.
That's what he looks
Yeah.
like.
For some reason, he's Alan Rickman in my head.
Oh
It's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
He's just mopping.
He's doing the mom. My name is Q and Pete.
He is a very attractive man.
This is an elegant affair, he says. I haven't been to one of the Fairfax's masquerades since I was scarcely more than a boy. I see they
Speaking
have,
of boys,
Speaking of boys,
another one.
I would love to murder a boy.
I see they have not changed. He glances up at the balcony where the woman in the black and white dragon mask looks out over the dance floor.
He's gonna try and kill her, and we can't. We're
Can we
not gonna
just
be able
fucking
to save
tackle
her.
him?
I bet you. She's gonna die in
It's
front
so
of everyone, and it's
clearly
gonna be
him.
our fault.
Just the six of us jump.
I would kill to dance with her.
And
Murder, kill, stabbity stab.
oh no.
Murder, death, kill. Much else has, however. And much more will, I am certain.
Oh my god! Damn it!
The music comes to an end, and your
fucker.
dance partner gives you an immaculate bow before vanishing into the crowd. And we're back to...
Yeah, we definitely didn't have a chance to stab that guy.
Yeah.
Regina, he's here.
It's right there. The man who's obviously him.
is Kyrick!
And then we just leave. Like, we just tell them where Kyrick is and then just go away.
It doesn't let us mark a story point.
No. Time passes.
He was
and
wearing
then-
like a black dragon mask. Is that?
Yeah. Which fits
Wow.
because the statues are black and white dragons, and she's wearing the... Yeah,
White
White
dragon.
dragon.
yeah we know.
Very intelligent assassin here.
Well, we said his mask would be obvious. There you go. Back to what are we gonna do now?
I sure love killing.
Here I go killing again.
I guess I'm gonna go out to the garden one more time.
Yes.
Yeah. What the fuck, David? You
Yes.
Yes!
The garden is cool and dark. Okay, make our way to the oak tree. Follow the sound of water. Not
Oak tree, oak tree, oak tree, oak tree.
Fuck
And we
that
can
tree.
also pass
Fuck a
under
tree.
the flower trellis.
Hump the tree.
All right, tree.
That
Oh, someone wants
tree.
us to visit the vegetables.
Oh, you mean the shitty vegetable garden that they pointed out was shitty?
Kyrick is there just like, the carrots are blooming and I'm gonna murder people.
He's just sharpening a sword right next
It's
to
like,
the carrot.
I like to kill, I mean carrots are great.
Yeah. This squash sure looks like stabbing my sister to death.
I love kill, I mean kale, murder.
Oh boy.
He's just out there singing "Be Prepared."
All right, so oak tree, vegetable garden, or trellis. Oak tree.
Vegetable garden?
Vegetable
I
garden?
mean, they want the.
They want vegetables.
Well,
want
Doc
vegetables.
wants the vegetable.
Fine, we got. Let's do.
Fine.
We haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
We are running out of time.
The vegetable garden is quiet and lit only by moonlight and the spill of the light from the manor. Carrots and cabbage, beets and broccoli, parsnips and peas, and other vegetables grow in rows in raised beds of rich-smelling dark earth sounded by gray stones.
In alliterative rows.
Yep. Rusty red pots bracket the beds and mark.
Stop it! Look. Stop it.
Author, if you're listening, fucking stop it.
And march along the manor wall.
Could you fucking stop? God.
Filled with basil, hyssop, and other herbs.
Keeping with hyssop.
The entire garden is surrounded by a weathered wooden fence and waving stalks of lavender and bee balm. If story point K8 is marked.
I hope you're fucking happy, Doc.
Yeah, you happy? You got your
is.
vegetables.
Bit, it's my best work.
7738.
You got your fucking vegetables.
Which one?
7738. You step in to examine the garden more closely. The crops are all growing well, with no signs of blight or illness.
Good.
Great. We now know that the crops are good.
We're
If
all alive
story point
tomorrow.
T6 is marked.
How are...
It's not.
Surely now that we've
68,
interacted with the
46.
crops, they will all die.
Yeah.
What's that?
6846.
So many story
there
points
something
around
about
these
a blight,
crops.
though?
Yeah, it was the red-bearded guy.
Leon Belmont.
Yeah, he was the one whose crops had blight.
My crops have blight. They have blight. You're not allowed to take my peasants.
It was 6846.
6846, yes.
You spend a few calming minutes digging in the rich soil of the garden, plucking the
Fucking
few
why?
weeds you find and enjoying the rich smells of gentle breathing of the plants.
To take
She's
a...
putting our hands
Well,
in the dirt.
To be fair...
At a party and we're
To be
just
fair,
covered in
one of
dirt.
us is a giant cat
That's true.
who eats a lot and is gonna take bad shit.
All right, 11:18.
Do we?
Time passes.
God fucking damn it.
We're at 5 time now.
Oh no.
Yay.
If 5 or more time has passed.
Yep.
Jesus.
41:29.
We missed our shot to have sex with a dwarf.
Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe some of what we learned is going to be useful. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully we did enough things with actual people.
We did everything once, and
Are
then
you satisfied now, Doc Garby?
It's going to be...
Our exploration of the vegetables.
But what if it is Kyrick, like, I am going to kill her unless... What vegetables are in the vegetable garden?
He comes out, but then he gets distracted by all of us covered in dirt, and then someone stabs him, and then that's the end of it.
He's like trying to encourage a revolution, like, your queen president can't even keep vegetables. And we're like, the vegetables are wonderful. And everyone's like, that's right.
And the worn wooden fence and the rusted red palms.
Yeah.
our music is produced by Chris Corlew. Follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, CORLEW, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.